episode 4 of the Red Acre Wrestling Podcast this week.
Not sponsored by Steve Austin's Broken Skull IPA. For those that like their beer, Stone Cold. Right, Austin, we want to pay
now,
for that.
this week we have taking the lead on this podcast is going to be the Mac Daddy.
Mac Daddy!
and the Jazz Hat. Jazz. Yes, so, Daddy. Mac Daddy.
Oh, please don't refer to me as Daddy anymore. It's kind of fucked up. You know what I mean? Daddy, no!
Yes, folks, this you heard John not promote Steve Austin's
Not sponsored, but we do
not-
want to pay for it, Austin. I'm watching you.
wrestling merchandise. You've seen it throughout the years: t-shirts, scarves, wristbands. Look at John Cena. Just the amount of stuff. What we found on the interwebbing is Stone Cold Steve Austin's Broken Skull Ranch has its own Indian Pale Ale.
In
IPA.
Pale Ale, yeah.
John, what's you?
Pale Ales usually aren't my thing, you know what I mean? It's a nickname for pish. But it's from Stone Cold, so I would like one of those beers, Austin. I
it
would like a
has an
6-pack, please.
87% rating on the website that sells it on his brewing company. The company also helps him brew it, so it's got favourable reviews. But it is Stone Cold, so would you give it an unfavourable review, or would it be a stunner?
It would be a stunner. I haven't even tasted the shit, but I'm gonna say right now, it's a stunner, and that's the bottom line.
How is it best served?
Because I said so. What?
How is it best served?
Stone Cold.
Yeah, so just different types of wrestling merchandise. John, what merchandise have you bought and or owned, clothing wise, over the years of us following wrestling?
Ooh.
From any company? Doesn't have to be WWE.
Well, if you just want me to talk about what wrestling merch I have a shitload of t-shirts from back in the day.
What's
Steve
your
Blackman,
favourite
Lethal
bit?
Weapons.
Oh, Steve Blackman. What's your favourite bit of merch you have?
Is this just t-shirts or
Just anything at all.
Hmm.
Anything at all. One thing you pick that you
I
really
can't
go.
just pick one. I can pick a few, right? If we're talking t-shirts, I have an awesome fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin t-shirt, the Venom one with the snake, and I've also got the red smoking skull vest from Austin as well.
The
But
vest.
I do miss my old Other Side Jackass t-shirt from back in the day. Stone Cold, it's like the Terminator fucking skeleton with giving the fingers. I wish I had that. But apart from those t-shirts, a few wee things I like of a few old school figures, an old school Undertaker with all this fucking grave digging armour and shit.
Nice.
I think it was known as the Stomp line. It was like special tactical fucking optical whatever the fuck it was. It was Stomp. it was like S.T.O.M.P. But I've got the Ultimate Warriors workout comic book.
Nice. Is it just shouting?
I've got
For 20 minutes.
a record. It's a record / poster with the old Slam Jam theme. And
Vintage.
I have a few cool other things. I'm talking about Austin a lot here. With Stone Cold belt buckle, Stone Cold.
You were a
cool
big Stone
keyring.
Cold fan, like.
Oh, I was like the biggest. I
That
claim to
was
be
it.
the biggest Stone Cold
That
fan
was it.
of back in
Of
the
all
day.
time.
Of around my area.
I actually had the WCW Nitro ring that had the sound effects when you bounced off the ropes. And and then sound of like glass smashing.
That was
like,
more of a sexual fucking. Those
one
things
of
were
the best ones was
discontinued. There's a power bomb.
I had this when I was about 10 or 11, and I went off one night in the house in this order. All my dad says you can remember hearing is no, and then the sound of glass smashing.
Brilliant.
But I love that WCW ring. I don't know why I didn't have a WWF at the time one or a /E, but that, and I have the Mankind figure, the one that came with the trash can when McKnight's was open, and you used to be able to buy them for like a $5
They used
pocket
to
money.
fucking rip everybody off too.
Yeah.
The bastard.
Massively best.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards back in the day. There was
Yu-Gi-Oh.
motherfuckers were selling them.
Vin-
Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Michael
shit.
Cole would be
Fuck
just
all
sitting
that
going,
new shit. Fuck all these
vintage.
pendulum summons and all this bullshit and all this fucking this new shit. But you know what I mean. We're talking about wrestling.
If there's
here, so
anybody's current merch I like, Sami Zayn's, the top he had in NXT, Underdog from the Underground, sort of camel green coloured.
It's got the little
Has
Sami.
the guy doing the "Let's Go"
Yeah.
symbol, but that's just because I'm a massive fan of Sami Zayn. So
talking about you or Sami Zayn. Will you just fucking say it now?
Trying to keep that in a low profile.
You missed a house show to come here.
Vinnie Mac, Shack Attack. Vinnie Mac's Shack Attack.
Well, see, now that you just mentioned rings and stuff like that, right? I had some really cool shit back in the day too. I gave them all away and I regret it, and I'll explain why. But first of all, my brother used to have, if anybody remembers, the old WWF Monster ring. And this thing was fucking massive. It was ridiculous looking, right? I hated it back then, but the box looked cool as fuck, okay? The turnbuckles were like 6 foot tall, and it was a stretch to fucking work with, because your figures were kind of like under the top rope. Do you know what I mean? Life size figures. Well, not life size figures. Come on.
Life size figures.
I used to have, that was my brother's. I used to have the Raw's War ring, and then I had it wasn't the Titantron. I never had the Titantron. I knew a few friends who had it, but I had the Trash Talking ring. It was kind of the same thing with the little metal bit underneath their foot. They used to put them on the bars, and they'd be like, they would say a catchphrase. Oh, you didn't know, or something, you know. And then apart from that, I had the SmackDown Arena. Now let me tell you, this thing was
that the old
shit.
One with the 3 arches? The old SmackDown stage setup. Remember it had
old
like the
SmackDown. It had more or less like a fucking scaffolding up. Well, not scaffolding.
Or was that the one with the fist coming out of the?
No, it wasn't that.
Before that,
it was just a ring, but it had like, I don't even know the right word to say it, but I'm going to say scaffolding for now. But it was all the scaffolding, and it would hold the lights. But there was like a little hook on the top where you could put the briefcase or your title and shit. You could lower it down and all.
Nice.
But I gave all that shit away to my cousin Lee years ago, because.
So Lee, if you're
13,
listening,
14, you're just like, you know. I don't want them no more, but I kept all my good figures, my old Stone Cold ones, my Undertaker, American Badass ones, stuff like that, Cactus Jack, Commissioner McFoley. But yeah, I think I gave them to him, and then over the years, his father gave them away. I think so. So
Lee, if you're listening, get them back.
I would have preferred them going back to the Mac, Daddy, but unfortunately, they're lost in time. Now, the one thing I want to mention too, do you remember, like, you're talking about McKnight's back in the day, or Toy Masters, if anybody remembers it.
Vintage.
They used to have this Austin. Here's more Stone Cold fucking. Stone Cold Mark, But,
you trying to say you are Stone Cold?
It was, yeah. But, it was always on the top shelf that had this fucking class. It was way bigger than the rest of the figures. It must have been about 12 inches or something. It was a Stone Cold Steve Austin figure in the jeans and the leather jacket. And it used to have this wee open, the cover would open, and it had felt, and you could click one of the wee buttons, and Austin would start talking shit. But it was awesome. Never got the chance to get it. If I ever see it online and it goes for cheap, I would love to get it, you know. So
on Amazon for that.
Anything you wanted to get back in the day that you never got?
I think when they brought out the cage, I wanted that.
Had the cage, that thing
I
broke
wanted the cage
all the time.
I wanted the cage, but I got the way they used to do the mad, the mad arenas where you could put, as you said, scaffolding up at all the turnbuckles that sort of went up on the outside of the turnbuckle leading up. What else to have? I had the old SmackDown arena. Do you remember the one during the invasion with the 3 arches and the SmackDown square in the back? The back, Rhino gored Chris Jericho through it. I had that in the house. I was always a SmackDown fan. Yes. Yeah. And the Titantron you mentioned earlier with the metal wee connector on the wrestler's foot, I had the one that played random music, but it was broke. So if I put
every fucking one of them was broke.
So if I put, say, Vince McMahon on it, it would play Stone Cold's music, or it wouldn't play the music.
And it was like a 3-second loop of like fucking. Just for an example, this wasn't like this, but you as Outlaws. Oh, you didn't know. Oh, you didn't know. Oh, you didn't. Sort of like that.
Stone Cold was just.
And it was really fast. It was like, you know, but fucking.
But still, back in the day, it was class.
It was. It was like if you had those things, everybody wanted to come to your house. Everybody wanted to lend them, and all you had to say was, no chance.
How about no?
That's
what crazy
you've got.
Dutch bastard. Moving into more current wrestling news. Anybody you've got your eye on? Like we're talking smack here for this because we covered Raw as Bliss.
We call it talking crack.
Talking crack. We covered Raw last week because we thought Alexa Bliss was doing a fantastic job leading Crackdown. Yes, Connor, awesome. The man who hasn't spoken in 3 days with a sore throat, comes up with the best joke.
Oh, the best name, Crackdown.
Crackdown, folks. Welcome to Crackdown. The clip we have on us at the moment: Randy Orton, AJ Styles, and Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens, Baron Corbin, and the Maharaja.
The Maharaja, Jinder Mahal.
Now, in all essence, Jinder Mahal I like him. I actually hope he gets the title.
Didn't like him in 3-man band.
Or before that, when he came in before that, didn't like him.
It. I seen a clip. You can check it out on Facebook. It's famous gym guy, or Aaron Addicts, from Aaron Addicts Gym. If he's still affiliated, there's a couple of them now. But his name is CT Flasher. Awesome fucking motivational speaker and enthusiast about getting your body in shape. But he had a video on YouTube, which you can check it out. He's got Braun Strowman, aka Braun Strowman, my brother likes to call him, Big E Langston from the New Day.
Yes, it is.
And the Maharaja himself, Jinder Mahal. Now, what CT Fletcher does, he brings people into the gym.
Yes.
And he runs them through what he calls the gauntlet. This is his workout, right? He puts everybody through it, see if they can do it. Braun Strowman, Big E, are like sweating like fuck, but they're getting the job done. But then it's Jinder Mahal. He's smaller than the other boys, but he's ripped like fuck. And just seeing how well he's got his body and his pushing this fucking weight up, you know, he's got it. He made it through the set. But since then, I was like, holy fuck, man, he looks really good. That was shortly after that clip went up. Shortly after he came in, whenever Stephanie took over Raw and Shane took over SmackDown, Heath Slater didn't have a contract. Oh, I've got kids, all this shit. Some of the funniest Heath Slater shit I've ever seen, by the way. But Jinder Mahal came back and he's like, yo, we're the two-man band, baby. And Shane O comes out and he's like, right, well, tell you what, there's only one contract, guys. Do you know what I mean? So it's either going to be Heath or Jinder, do you know what I mean? And why Heath's going to Shane, yo, there's no chance, baby, that the two-man band's going to turn on each other. And while this is going on, he's all his attention on Shane. I'm looking at the kettle right now. The kettle is Shane. But fucking Jinder is getting ready. He's taking the fucking clothes off. He's in his ring gear. Boom, referee comes in. Blindsides Heath Slater, gets the win. Jinder's got a contract, goes on. But since then, he has this Maharaja fucking character right now. He's like it reminds me, right? He reminds me of like Alberto Del Rio when he came in with a suit. He's not the shitty fucking 3-man band guy anymore. He's actually come into his own. He's come back. He's
growing up.
Look at me. I am serious now. Look at my body fence. Oil me up. Oh yes. Oil the Maharaja up. But I like him. He's pretty cool. He's still Randy's titler. He's got the Singh brothers, formerly known as the Bollywood Boys, being his lackeys, if you will. It's kind of like
J&J Security.
Yeah. Back when Saffron, some of the funniest stuff I've ever seen too. But I really, really hope, since Jinder Mahal is the number one contender, that he gets the championship. And it wasn't right. You steal Randy's title, hold it for a week, there's the title. No, we want him.
You want him officially. During.
No offense to Randy Orton, but I don't know why the title's on Randy. Orton is the caliber of a wrestler that does not need that title.
Same as the likes of Undertaker, and they've gone beyond the title.
Yeah, Randy can come in and like start having unbelievable matches with people, start putting people over, and you know what I mean. You don't have to say, right, Randy get beat cleanly. You can say, yo, interfere or something. Yo, Randy Orton.
Yeah, you can use him. Use him. But
it's still putting over the.
Because what's Randy got left to prove? He stepped out of his dad's shadow. No, he's more successful than Cowboy Bob Orton.
Successful than Cowboy Bob Orton.
And like a fantastic effort by Randy Orton all round. Like, but you're kind of sitting going, mate, what is he? 13-time champ now?
I think so.
And Triple H is 14.
No, Triple H is
15.
15.
One off Flair.
16 right now, is he? Is he 15?
No, if he was going to get 16,
15.
you would know about it. Ric Flair be coming out of retirement again.
He's either 14 or 15. I'm going to say 15.
And then John and Ric Flair are tied at 16 reigns each.
Oh, thank you very much.
There you go. Not Cena. Oh, no. The Mac Daddy.
42-time.
Mac Daddy IPA coming to stores very soon.
But yeah, apart from that, we had that match, right? Another guy you want to talk about, right?
Yep.
Baron Corbin.
Yes.
Lone Wolf.
Yes.
I love this guy, right? When he first was in NXT, this is the crack on NXT when he was out. This man would come in, he'd do the end of days on his opponent straight away, 1, 2, 3.
Right.
This went on for weeks. The crowd used to start Barnes matches off by going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just to see how long can he beat his own streak. There was one time he came in to do an all-in match, and then he heard the crowd shouting, and he must have just went to the boy, right, no, finish it, fuck the match, boom.
Done.
3 count. But that shortly grew stale. The crowd sort of started to turn on him because it was like, oh no, he can't wrestle. No, you guys did that.
Yeah, you
guys
started the chant.
Counting 1, 2, 3, and then they went with that.
Same as when everybody
The
goes,
Goldberg
oh, we
effect.
want someone new with the title. We're sick of Triple H, Randy Orton, and all getting it right. We'll pick Jinder, someone you wouldn't have picked in a million years to put the world title on. Jinder Mahal, he wouldn't have
Back
been
in the day, no,
in the
but
top list. And now people are going, why is he getting a title?
because he's the Maharaja.
Because he's the Maharaja.
Maharaja.
Yeah. But yeah, someone new, someone you didn't expect, and someone who, by the way, he's not failing. If you're following along on SmackDown, he's actually playing the part fantastically.
He is.
He looks the part, he's acting the part, and he's got the two, the Singh brothers, which make him look, oh, he's going to cheat, or it makes him look all the more imposing that he's got two smaller people.
He look like a businessman too.
Yeah.
He looks like a champion. The champion.
And he's all
You think
business.
Back Ric Flair,
That's-
Triple H back in the Evolution, all wearing the suits.
Suits.
Coming out. Yo,
It's all business. That's what he's
I'm the
trying to put
Mac
across.
Daddy, if you will.
Yeah.
But going back to Baron Corbin quickly here, he won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Yes, for
As
Andre.
we call it, the Battle of Memorials for Andre.
Giants.
Giants included. He won that. Shortly after that, we had the Royal Rumble, and Braun Strowman is fucking annihilating everybody, and who comes roaring with his almighty clothesline, gets the big man Braun out, Baron fucking
Yeah.
Corbin. I like him. He's a bully. He's tall as fuck. If you ever see some behind
He
the
is
scenes
a
footage, he
lanky-
towers over.
I noticed when he was taking some bumps there, he's a lanky fucker. Like.
He even went to NXT. Was a download one year, and there was an interview online where he's Corey Taylor from Slipknot is sitting there talking shit about Baron Corbin. Yeah, these NXT guys who download were the main event of this. And who walks up so casually behind Corey Taylor? Baron fucking Corbin. And he's towering over Corey Taylor, and he more or less tells me, yo, NXT's thing is take over, we take over, so we're taking over download.
No, like you were saying, John, I would love to, I haven't been to Download, but I would go just to kind of see the NXT guys. But I was seeing a good clip there on SmackDown of AJ Styles, Sami Zayn and Randy Orton taking on Kevin Owens, Braun Strowman. But really would like to see Sami Zayn and Baron Corbin go at it, because two contrasting different styles. One, you got Baron Corbin, a brawler, big power moves, and Sami, who very unorthodox but quick, likes to keep a fast-paced match. So definitely Sami Zayn being one of my favourite wrestlers from NXT, and when he was doing El Generico as well, right up to now, I would love to see them two go at it. As much as we want to see Shinsuke and AJ Styles, which we no doubt would be a 5-star match.
Yeah.
Definitely Sami Zayn and Baron Corbin.
Yeah, Baron. Well, I've seen them wrestle before, and yes, Baron Corbin beats up Sami. Sami's really good in those matches because he'll get that burst of energy. He'll come out with the the
Helluva
kick in
kick.
the corner
Yeah.
and shit. And here, if you want to go back and talk about Sami Zayn and Shinsuke Nakamura, here they had a match on NXT when Shinsuke was just in the door for a couple of weeks, and it was my match of the year. I can't actually remember what pay-per-view it was or when it was, but it was Sami Zayn versus Shinsuke, and there was this awesome moment, hell of a match, battered each other, but Shinsuke gets whipped into the corner by Sami, and Sami's ready in the R corner,
Right.
and Sami is running to the other side for the Helluva kick, and you can hear him shout because Shinsuke is not turned around yet. He's going, Shinsuke! And boom, just as he turns around, misses the kick. It was such a fucking good match. If you can go back and watch it.
As Connor said there, he goes to me that I said, oh really, why have they not put a title on Sami? And he goes, because he is the ultimate underdog. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, I have marked out completely for Sami Zayn. I don't care, honestly don't care, because Seth Rollins, I looked at who from that group of people, I was like, who will I follow? Seth Rollins, class athlete, but has the personality of a brick. He just can't do promos.
He can.
He can't.
I disagree with that, man.
He's
I've
no.
watched a load of Seth Rollins.
He's no. He's a personality of
He
a
was with
brick.
JJ
And what
Security
really
Hall.
annoyed me about WrestleMania between him and Triple H in this unsanctioned match, why did they have such elaborate entrances for an unsanctioned match? Why did they have a referee for an unsanctioned match? You could have got one of us to do it. We were free.
Well, the entrances I like was WrestleMania. Obviously, I wasn't too fond of Triple H. It was just like a bike with like sirens compared to that last one with Stephanie
Which-
above the throne.
Yes, doing the whole speech.
Oh my
And
god, that is my favorite.
Did you
Triple
know
H
Dean
entrance
Ambrose
ever.
is one of the guys holding the title?
That's pretty good.
The Army of Skull people.
Yeah.
One of those is Dean Ambrose.
Nice.
So it is.
But
But-
Stephanie's intro to that. He is
Uh,
the game. The king of kings, Triple H.
But back to Sam. I would love to see Sammy get a run with the US title. And him and Kevin
I would
Owens
love
have a
to see-
history.
If he's going to get a title, I would love to see him with a title. But I want to see Kevin Owens drop a title to Sammy, and because there's the legendary feud between Sammy and Steen Owens back in the day. Like
Steen.
it just went on for so long. It was built up so good, and we kind of expected, right, whenever they come. We got a wee taste of it when Owens, when Sammy won the title the first time. Owens betrayed him and shit like that, and then later on, every time they see each other, they'll run in, do the old Stone Cold and Rock,
And
punch
just
the
fists
fuck out
are
of each other.
flying.
I love it, but I would love to see him and Kevin Owens have a really long, good feud. I know you've done it before, but at WWE, if it hasn't happened there, it hasn't happened.
Exactly.
So apart from that, we're just watching
Watched a good clip here actually of Eric Rowan and Luke Harper.
Brody Lee and Luke Harper. Now this little bit here where the referee just had to grab the turnbuckle off Eric Rowan and put it back on, that actually happened on Raw as well between Samoa Joe and Seth Rollins.
What was he trying to grab?
Seth was trying to hold on to the turnbuckle. Joe pulls him back, turnbuckle comes off. The referee tries to put it back on. Joe grabs it, fucks it away, and hits Rollins. You know, that's how he gets disqualified. But this match, first significant win from Eric Rowan that I can remember. Please change his fucking music, please.
For love of God,
And,
Jim Johnson,
He's only
get
after
on
beating
it.
young Brody Lee himself, Luke Harper, who I fucking love.
The only thing I
Is
don't like about Luke Harper,
Bruiser Brody reincarnated.
the only thing I don't like about Luke Harper is he dresses like Dean Ambrose.
Get the fuck out.
He dresses
Get the
like
fuck
Dean
out.
Ambrose, and why would you dress like Dean Ambrose?
No, I said Dean Ambrose dresses like him because
Well, actually,
go
no.
back and watch Brody Lee. That
Luke
dresses
Harper
the
is a
exact
lot
same
cleaner
way.
than Dean Ambrose, and also so are his clothes. Ooh, Dean Ambrose. If ever there was a bigger insult to wrestling,
Loving Luke Harper's little archer thing he does now when he comes out. But apart from that, right, we talked about Sammy, we talked about Baron Corbin.
Also, I'll tell you what I haven't talked about. The WWE was here in good old Northern Ireland recently. If anyone was at it, get on to us on the Red Acre Facebook page. Send us photos, videos,
Yeah,
anything. Not from just inside the but queuing up outside.
photos,
Signs
videos,
just
if you've
made
met
anything.
anybody, post them up.
Uh,
Red Acre Productions on Facebook. Or
Sadly, we weren't in attendance. Had to let Vinnie Max Attack Shack down because, well, we were busy thinking of stuff to record for you folk.
Yes,
But any stuff, any
beautiful,
footage you have,
sexy,
or anything you,
wonderful.
if you've got your photos taken with any of the divas the women's wrestlers, or any of the wrestlers, regardless, even if it's the Fashion Police.
No.
No, don't send
Like
us those
Tyler
photos.
Breeze, speaking of the Fashion Police, here they are on the screen right now. Right, I have not been a fan of Fandango ever since I first see him. I call
Well-
him Fandingleberry.
When he was born.
I don't like him. It's
They're
just
doing this
he's
Sherlock-
out with that dancing thing.
Well, what they're doing right now, the Fashion Police, it starts off like the old Law and Order Special Victims Unit opening, the names and places of these people. And then he's dressed like Sherlock Holmes in the sort of flat cap and the coat, the jacket, shawl thing. And is that Fandango in the...
Fandingleberry, and then Tyler Breeze is dressed
Tyler
up
Breeze
as
as a Bobby,
cop,
a London
fashion police.
London
Now,
police
I like
officer.
Tyler Breeze. I watched Tyler Breeze in NXT.
And when the kick open a door backstage, and it's the Ascension shouting at each other, and you're sitting going, what a waste of a tag
Let's
team.
talk about the fucking Ascension right now since you brought that up, right? This tag team, right, have been the fucking longest, right?
Right?
NXT tag team champions
NXT tag team champions ever.
ever. Longest reigning.
They're
reigning.
Roman Reigns.
They went to fucking Raw. They started just losing matches. They were getting called the second LOD and all that shit. And look,
buried by
They're not the fucking
APA.
LOD. They're the Ascension.
outlaws.
Just because they dress a little, it's not very much, a tiny bit like them. Use them.
It's basically saying that anybody that wears face paint and puts a wee bit of spikes on them is the LOD.
Do you know what I mean? You've got fucking the golden fucking truth on matches and shit, right? No offense to the Gold Dust. I love Gold Dust.
R-Truth.
R-Truth, I wish they would do something bad with him. I hate the dumb character he has. I like his serious Ron Killings character, right? But they've got those type of boys there. Why the fuck is Victor and Connor, the Ascension, just getting used for backstage things whenever they could be annihilating people? We could have these brilliant matches right now. Now that the fucking revival's back in, right?
They're
all
on
Raw right now.
They've been used as filler.
The Ascension's on SmackDown. You know, there's potential for good matches. The Ascension versus American Alpha. Do you know what I mean? What's up with that? Get them against the Usos or something.
Basically, what we're watching here is the Ascension versus the Fashion Police, and you're kind of sitting going, these two guys look like they look like the Alkalites meet the LOD, which is a pretty intimidating, two of the most intimidating tag teams of all time.
I don't like the Fashion
and they're
Police.
losing.
I like Tyler Breeze.
And they're losing to people dressed like the police academy meets the village people. And it's just not. It's not on.
I know, it's kind of like.
And
is it a rib they're playing? Like,
see that there. I hate when a match finishes and someone doesn't use their signature or their finisher. They just use a move. And I'm sitting there going, hold on. The reason you have a signature to build into your finisher is when you know that's hit, it's done. Could you imagine the Undertaker pinning someone after like just basically doing a leg drop?
And another thing too, right? The Fashion Police, right? Most tag teams have a tag finisher, right? The Usos have their reset up for the fucking moonsaults. The American Alpha has the Omega Plex, which is awesome.
Awesome.
Even the Ascension, I can't remember what theirs is, but they have like the chalk block fucking clothesline thing. So if the Fashion Police is going to be like, or if they're going to be going forward with this Fashion Police thing, right, give them a tag finisher at least, or send Van Dingleberry somewhere else. Get Tyler Breeze.
Really don't like that man.
Nothing against him. There's certain wrestlers.
They just don't.
He's one of them for me. But Tyler Breeze, I hope he gets fucking taken seriously. He was one of the best in NXT. Never won the title, but he had a number one contenders match, and I believe he was a number one contender and he got screwed out of his title match or something like that, right? But he especially in NXT, he reminded me of a very, very young Shawn Michaels. He used to do the wee rest his legs on the top rope and shit like that, you know.
Across the two corners.
It's just like, right, this whole Fashion Place, it's made to be really fucking as if they're gay. Do you know what I mean? No offense, gay people, but these guys aren't gay. Why are they giving this gimmick? It's like the Billy and Chuck thing back in the day.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, tell me this: what way would you book him if he wasn't in the Fashion Police? Give him a new lease of life.
Just fuck me. Like, he can wrestle. Like, fuck. Just put him on matches. Don't be getting him squashed. You know what I mean? Get him in there and start showing some of his stuff.
Even if
the money shot and shit like that.
I would still watch someone if they had a terrible gimmick, but you know they can go in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, Lance Storm's gimmick, I often say this was just, all he said was, can I be serious for a second? But that man could wrestle.
And Austin comes out with a pillow. Boring. But
yeah, like, I don't mind watching someone if their character or gimmick is crap, but they're a really, really talented wrestler. So
like Perry shot him back in the day. He had Moppy, but he was brilliant.
That was punishment because he beat Mike Knox across the entire ring, didn't
Mike Knox, I love Mike Knox too. He was cool back in ECW back in the day. The WWE ECW. Fuck me. Was it the first day? I used to watch this. I was excited. I love ECW. So when this new ECW came back, I was excited for it. And boom, I think of the first match, the Zombie, Tumbleweed, versus the Sandman. This guy comes out dressed as a zombie, slow as fuck, and this is supposed to be ECW.
Is this like a Yeti from the WCW days?
And it's just like, what the fuck? Sandman comes out, 5 minute entrance, whips him with a cane, boom, yay, on the next match. Man, what the fuck? But that's what NXT's kind of turned into right now, do you know? But here's the latest winner of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale
for Giants. What we're going to do is
Mojo Rawley.
I don't like Mojo. He does nothing for me.
I'm not a big fan of him.
I'm going to skip this clip. Bye, Mojo.
Right, well, that's the Mojo Rawley segment.
When we mentioned there about athleticism, some of the photos of that man in the gym are he can go, but why are they giving him a childish Ultimate Warrior. I hate the gimmick.
You just reminded me of there's this one bit in Breaking Ground right now. They're not in character right now, right? Breaking Ground was a documentary series about the people in NXT coming up and all, right? There was one bit where Mojo Rawley's coming into the gym, everybody's working out, and he spots Baron Corbin sitting down. Baron Corbin scoffing a load of rice from a wee tray, just eating. There's Mojo coming in. Yo, hey, big man, eat that food, get hype. And Baron's just looking at him as if, oh, fuck off. You know what I mean? Baron, legitimately, he's just looking at him, going, man,
Seriously?
not here to make friends.
Enjoy my rice.
Don't be trying to fucking. I'm gonna eat my shit elsewhere. You know what I mean? But
I seen a video of him working out with Bunterburst Bemsley.
I know the game. Triple H. Who?
Did someone say shovel?
Who was
Mojo Rawley.
Working out with Triple H.
Working out with Triple H. Triple H's video. It was on Twitter.
Right good.
Which you can also get us at Radiator 2017.
Right. Tell me this. What's this deal with a shovel?
The shovel.
Yeah.
Right. In our we have a WhatsApp group chat for talking wrestling shite and other stuff.
Yeah. It's honestly the God, folks. You cannot keep up with this thing. This is like
it keeps up with you.
A fucking snowball from the top of a fucking mountain. It's just your phone gets
it's an avalanche
covered full of fucking random pictures. I mean, my God.
Wait, what the whole story behind the Triple H shovel thing was? It was an internet wrestling community rumor that Triple H buries younger talent.
That I've also heard.
Let's just run through a few examples. Booker T should have won the world title.
I knew that was going to be
it's coming up. Booker T should have won the world title. Even broke out an Indian death. It was a class match, but the wrong man won. And even everybody agrees with that. Booker T should have got it. He had the credentials to be a great world champion.
I can see that.
He buried Scott Steiner.
Was this back when he was king?
No, before when he had the shorter, shortly after the whole jump from the Alliance. But he buried Scott Steiner when Scotty would have had a better run if Triple H hadn't basically a couple of arm wrestles. I love the pose down the head because Scott kept putting the muscle in front of his face.
I'm going to say this, right, about the Scott Steiner thing. We all know we love Scotty, right?
We do.
Awesome.
We do.
Big Papa Pump, fucking huge fans of him.
And his promos.
If anything, just for his mic skills. Because, my God, everybody's, oh shit, what's he going to say, right? Funny guy. Don't even think he means to be funny, but he is. He's funny, man. And not in a bad way, in the best, most positive way possible. He's just a joy to watch. But back when he came to WWF, right? It was WWF at the time. Was it WWE? WWE. It was WWE, wasn't it? But get my bags. Fucking during that match with Triple H, I've heard people talking about how Scotty's legs might have been underdeveloped compared to his upper body, right?
Right.
The big bouncy ring, it's harder if you're top heavy to kind of keep your feet on that bouncy ring. Now, I don't know if Triple H is just bouncing on the ring to make him go about, but there's a few things. There's a few times where like Scotty fucking like falls over or something
or loses
doing
his balance.
Yeah. And it's like he just does like fucking Suplex City before Suplex City existed. Did a load of things, but
a lot of Scott Steiner clips. He's very uneven in the ring.
Yeah, but could it have been a better match? You don't know. You weren't in the ring. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't know if Scotty's calling stuff and Triple H is just going no, or you don't know if Triple H is trying to say stuff and right, maybe they're not gelling with each other in the ring, you know. But I don't know. Well, but going on to the shovel, what else?
Goldberg.
What about Goldberg?
He buried Goldberg.
I don't think you can bury Goldberg, but
not he didn't actually bury Goldberg.
Like, well, he's not the Undertaker, for fuck's sake. But
but what I'm saying is. And by the way, I just will. Triple H has lost 9 of his WrestleMania appearances, and most of them, at the time he lost them, were to people who would have been seen as lower down on the hierarchy than him. So he does put over people, but
you gotta take into consideration as well, right? Like now, Scotty does talk. He doesn't hold he's no filter, back. Right?
No, nothing.
So he's very opinionated with what he says and. Maybe Triple H heard a few things, or didn't like.
He said a few unflattering things to Stephanie.
Might have, but
just
here, so you never know. Like, did they like each other? Get into the match, and if they don't like each other, there's a big chance that they might in jail. Although that sometimes is awesome. Sometimes that's awesome, like Matt Hardy and Adam, or fucking Edge, keep going to say Adam Cole, but that's
Is it?
fucking Adam Cole, baby. Bullet Club.
But the whole WhatsApp group chat, right? It was Triple H buried a number of wrestlers who went on to be popular in their own right after it, but never got the WWE career they were promised or meant for. And people started putting up this picture of Triple H looking very suspiciously at the camera, and then it was a meme, and then you just put in whatever text you want. So people were putting like, "Nice purse there. Be a shame if someone buried it." So then I was sitting flicking through the group chat amongst the hundreds of memes that we put up and conversations, and there just was one of him looking straight at the camera, all sarcastically going, "Got shovel." And I thought,
right. So
instead of
that
Kurt
explains
Angle's,
the whole
instead
shovel
of Kurt
thing,
Angle's
right?
"Got milk," or Austin's like "Got beer" or whatever. It was just him looking at the camera going, I don't know. Steve probably has one.
What?
He's got a IPA.
What?
Dick. But yeah, it was Triple H's reputation for not putting over younger talent.
Right, so whenever you
Big
hear
match,
somebody
Paul
say
Levesque.
shovel for Triple H, that's what
It
they mean.
means,
I
it
didn't know
means
what it
that they
meant.
got buried, but it was just the photo of him going, "Got shovel."
Right, well,
And then there's one of him, before we go on, there's one of him looking at the Undertaker going, "You only bury people with your hands," and while holding a shovel.
fuck. So instead of a sledgehammer, what if he comes out with a shovel?
He
You know
comes
what's
out-
coming.
Why
You know
did
what's
he not
happening.
use the shovel as his weapon of choice? Like, well, he did metaphorically in later years.
You know what I can't wait to see, right?
Shovels.
Now, back in the day, we used to do backyard wrestling ourselves. We were known as EWE, Extreme Wrestling Entertainment. We all had finishers. I used the fucking pedigree. I called it
Even
the
though you're a
zombie
big
driver,
Stone
right?
Cold
It was
fan.
originally the zombie shatterer, but
Shatter was
zombie
too hard to
driver.
say.
Yeah, zombie driver, right? Especially when you mumble a little bit like me. But fucking Seth Rollins, when he first started using that pedigree, I'm gonna have to say it did hurt me. But I was like, "Oh, the bastard!"
You were filing lawsuits.
You know
and
what I mean?
everything,
That
so-
was supposed to be my move. So I can't wait to see somebody get passed on the fucking sledgehammer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That hasn't been done yet.
Because has anybody got the... speaking of iconic weapons that match wrestlers, has anybody passed the thumbtacks on? Mick Foley's bag of thumbtacks? Like, Abyss and TNA started
See,
using them when Mick
it's
Foley
been
was
used
at
countless
Nectar.
times. Like, it's been used in like more or less every fucking hardcore promotion on the planet. See, I knew some of that Japan stuff. But there was fucking matches like Dynamite up the hole or whatever the fuck it was. Dynamite up the... I don't know what it
C4.
was.
No, the one I watched was Mick Foley, Terry Funk, C4 deathmatch.
I have it, yeah.
Is a floating ring, and you can throw it over the side into what looks like a coffin with C4 barbed wire in it.
Right.
And I'm sitting going,
I thought you were going to talk about the electrified pool fucking match.
We'll get on to that. But
No,
as a-
hey Hank, look, see if we're going to discuss all that hardcore shit, man. We need a whole new podcast on its own because I'll bring up Necro
The
Butcher,
hardcore
I'll bring up
podcast,
all
that
the
would be
boys.
Well, listen.
But-
Apart from that, there's no other real big. There's no. See, when we done episode 3, we had a
Raw
lot to talk
is
about
bliss.
an unreal Alexa Bliss promo. You know,
We had our full roster here
funny,
too. We're missing
soft.
a few soldiers right now.
There's a few people I'd entered. This has
Shout outs
just
to
been
Vinny Cage.
This has been a filler week.
Shout outs to Abel, who's like sitting here but just doesn't want to talk to you right now.
He's we should mention Niall's not here because of reasons, and Connor has had the flu, which is 47% worse than Triple H, burying you basically. He is actually here monitoring the sound for this podcast.
And you can't hear him, but he is sniggering
is
every
here.
so often. He's
And
just
he-
going,
he's
"Oh, the
giving us the
boys,
thumbs
the
up."
boys are funny again."
And thumbs down. So thank you, Connor, for sitting here, because we're in his flat. Let's be honest
Holding
about
it
that.
down. Well,
say
I was going to
flat,
say
but
we're
it's-
in one of several Red Acre headquarters.
Well, our main headquarters is in Stamford, Connecticut. It has a big W on the logo that we can't get rid of.
I was going to say it's our main headquarters in Vinnie Mac's head. That's where you see so
Vinnie
many
Mac's
of my ideas on the fucking show. I would like royalties.
Listen, thank you,
But apart from that-
thank you very much for sticking with Mac Dadder
Mark Johnny
and the
John Mason.
and Jazz Hat. It's been a pleasure doing episode 4 with you, folks. And like I said, next time, episode 5, we will be back up to full strength, hopefully. Well, me and the Mac Daddy are always at full strength.
Mm.
And I do believe, with your support,
We can do this together, folks. I must tell you right now. Don't listen to anybody else but me. I am the truth. I am the one. I am the man. And I'm telling you right now, if you want to check us out on Facebook, all you have to do is go on facebook.com/Red Acre Productions. And also, if you like what you hear, if you like the talk and crack, us laying the crack down on you, then check out our official page where you can get every podcast that we've done so far. Mixcloud.com/Red Acre Productions.
All one word, folks. And like I said, if you want to follow us, please don't. We all have separate lives. But you can get us on Twitter under the handle Redacre 2017, and that's all one. There's no spaces, and it's all lowercase as well. But again, folks, thanks very much. And like I said, keep an eye on the Facebook page because we have videos, we have polls to come up, we have questionnaires, we have everything to keep you.
We have play-by-play videos by Dackie McGuire.
We have top fives
by Shannon Krangle, by Mr. Jazz Hot himself.
The Jazz. Like I said, we'll have a ton of stuff. We have articles coming up, reviews of all your SmackDown Raw, and also other promotions. I know we don't talk about it often enough, like ROH, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, New Japan. As we touched on, we would love to get talking about New Japan.
New Japan, Ring of Honor, Lucha Underground, all that shit.
I'm
the man.
We will get round to all that. But listen, this has been Crackdown. The first of our SmackDown orientated podcasts.
Although we talked about Raw as well, but shh.
Folks, listen. Thanks for listen. Yeah, like I said, listen. Thanks for listening, folks. And again, we hope to see you soon.
Share, subscribe, follow,
hey,
and
you hit that button.